Unlocking the Mind. A dive into the world of microdosing LSD. In the sprawling urban labyrinth of New York City, where the race for innovation never sleeps and the quest for personal betterment is akin to a modern-day gold rush, there lies an underground phenomenon that's quietly shaping the minds of some of its most brilliant inhabitants. We're not talking about a secret society or an illicit drug ring, but something much subtler and, surprisingly, more scientific. The practice? Microdosing LSD. Imagine, if you will, a world where your morning espresso is replaced by something entirely different. An imperceptible dose of LSD, so small that it doesn't make you see vibrant hallucinations or take you on a psychedelic journey. Instead, it simply sharpens your mind, enhances your creativity, and lifts your mood. This isn't a scene from a futuristic novel. This is happening today, and it's called microdosing. Let's start by getting one thing straight. This isn't about getting high. The individuals partaking in this aren't looking to escape reality. They're trying to enhance it. Microdosing involves doses so low they're termed subperceptual. That means, while typical recreational doses of LSD can induce substantial shifts in consciousness and perception, microdoses are intended to be non-invasive, working quietly in the background. Research suggests that these tiny doses may significantly increase the complexity of brain signals. Now, that might sound a bit technical, so let's simplify it. Think of your brain as a vast network of roads, normally traffic. Your thoughts, ideas, and reactions moves in predictable patterns. What microdosing seems to do is build new routes, create shortcuts, and perhaps even scenic paths that were not accessible before. The result? A mental landscape where ideas connect more freely and creativity flows more readily. And who are the people turning to this unconventional cognitive enhancer? They're not just artists and creatives seeking a new muse. They're software developers, financial analysts, and entrepreneurs. People in high-pressure, high-stakes fields who need to maintain a competitive edge. They report feeling more open, more inventive, and more, well, themselves. Yet, how does a dose of LSD, even a tiny one, facilitate such changes? It's all about the brain's serotonin receptors. LSD interacts with these receptors, similar to how a key fits into a lock. This interaction is believed to increase the brain's neuroplasticity. That's the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. This means not just thinking on a different level, but possibly thinking in a new way altogether. The implications of this are profound, particularly for mental health. The rigid and repetitive thought patterns characteristic of disorders like depression and anxiety could potentially be softened by the increased fluidity of thought that microdosing might induce. It's a tantalizing prospect for those who find traditional medications ineffective or burdensome. But before visions of a limitless society take hold, let's ground ourselves in reality. This research is embryonic, and while the anecdotes are compelling, rigorous scientific validation is sparse. The long-term effects and safety of regular LSD intake, even at microdoses, are not yet understood. As with any frontier, the boundaries of microdosing are still being mapped. What does this all mean for society, for science, and for us as individuals? Seeking to better ourselves, As we inch forward, the narrative of microdosing LSD continues to unfold. A narrative of curiosity, of science, and perhaps of a future where our cognitive potentials are fully unlocked. It's a narrative that's as complex as the brain's signals it aims to enhance and as promising as the minds it seeks to expand. As this quiet revolution simmers in the minds of the city's thinkers and dreamers, the rest of the world watches and waits. Will microdosing LSD prove to be a key to a new realm of mental capability? Or will it fade into the backdrop of experimental health trends? Only time, science, and perhaps a bit of daring will tell. Will